Hey guys, it is June 24th, and we're going to switch it up on you guys. Hope you're ready for it, especially for anybody that's listening outside of the Kansas City area. Me and Paul are about to go balls deep in some Kansas City sports, man. Nothing but Kansas City sports.
Nothing?
How pumped are you for this one?
Dude, I'm pumped, dude. The blood in my veins. I guess there's only... Yeah, whatever, man. Do you only do Kansas City sports?
Well, just with sports, but
Okay.
obviously we're gonna.
Yeah.
The epicenter is gonna be Kansas City
For
'cause
sure.
This is what we know. It's what we know. It's what we
Uh,
love. It's what we've been following. We've tears, happiness, mainly tears. But no, we've had happy moments too, man. How do you want to? Where do we start off on this, man? There's so much to talk about.
I want to ask you one quick question before we dive into Kansas City sports. I want to ask you about how you felt about the NBA Finals.
It was a joke, man.
It was.
It's a joke. It's horrible for the sport. I mean,
So, Kevin Durant going to Golden State broke the NBA. Thoughts on that?
Broke the NBA. I mean, you could you could either say, "Oh, it broke the NBA," or did everybody else need to step up and all of a sudden change how they went about basketball? You know, does everybody now having to catch up with Golden State as far as?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
So-
you have to create a super team in order to beat them. To sweep the Cavaliers 4-0, I mean, come on.
Basketball is the only sport you can get away with that in, just because you have a smaller amount of people.
Yeah.
It's easier to refine than football or baseball.
Well, people that say that Kevin Durant broke the NBA by going to Golden State would say that LeBron broke the NBA because he went to the Miami Heat and they had Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. But you have to think...
They only won one championship,
They won
right?
two.
Two?
Yeah, back-to-back. They lost the first one they went to. LeBron went 4 straight years with the Heat. It may have been 3, but I think it was 4. But they lost to the Mavs the first time they went, and LeBron laid an egg in that. But people will say that. Well, LeBron broke the NBA because he went to Miami and they had the 3. Well, it actually dates back to the Boston Celtics when it was Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. That was the first trio, because Kevin Garnett left the Minnesota Timberwolves to join the Celtics, and that was like the first super team, that started it off.
Okay.
I think it's just unfair, man. Like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Livingston. I mean, it's just insane. And then they had 2 other guys that just played it absolutely just sick. I mean, Livingston shot perfect for 2 games straight.
So you think it's bad for the sport?
No, I don't, because I don't think there's any excuses in sports to get swept the way the Cavs got swept. I think it was inexcusable. LeBron punches a whiteboard after game 1, which
That was so fucking stupid.
yeah, but which he still played and had a triple-double game 2. I don't think it's bad for the sport at all. I think if anything, wherever LeBron lands, whether it be the Houston or whether it be LA, I think that he's going to build a super team himself, but he's got to put in the effort, man, is what it comes down to.
And the dude got he does put in the effort.
I know, but did you watch all the finals games?
Yeah, actually for the first time in my life, I watched every single finals game, all 4 of them.
And did you not see the effort that the lack thereof
In what was it, the third one?
game 3 and game 4? Like, dude,
he was either 2 or 3, to be honest with you, to where I'm like, man, he is just not, he's not there.
yeah, but him having a fractured hand or broken hand, whatever, obviously that's going to deter you. That's why he was passing the ball like every time. He's just passing. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Still, you're the greatest player to ever live. You have to give it your all every single minute you're on that floor.
Yeah, and you can't be putting blunt force trauma onto your body, which is so key to keep that fucking healthy. I don't care who you are. If you have some kind of pain, that's gonna fuck your shit up. You play better after not punching fucking whiteboards, but.
Right, and a lot of people said it was a lack of leadership because he should have embraced. I mean, granted, I would have been pissed too after what J.R. Smith did in Game 1. Didn't know what the score was. Dribbled the ball out. I would have been pissed too, but at the same time, they showed this second angle of LeBron's reaction after that play had happened, and he figured out they had a timeout. He fucking freaked out. he wouldn't look at J.R. Smith at all. He didn't look him in the face. He didn't say a word to him. When a true leader in that moment in time, you're still in overtime. You still have a chance to win it. He's just basically just wouldn't look at him, say anything to him.
Sports is strictly about overcoming adversity.
Exactly.
I mean, every day. I mean, whenever they talk about like the game is won in practice, not the day of the fucking game. That you're overcoming adversity, like you don't know what's going on in your personal life. You have to, stay dedicated to all these things. To be a professional fucking athlete, it's very fucking difficult. I mean, they're constantly overcoming adversity, and something like that, like, it's just another example. You cannot let that get in your head. You have to come back even stronger each fucking time. So what would have been better is LeBron going to him and all of a sudden now trying to pick him back up as a teammate, and, and who knows how JR would have played better. You think if LeBron would have handled that scenario better, like if he would have came up and maybe been in a leadership position with him, and as to where he's like uplifting, like, hey man, don't worry about it, but we got to fucking pick this back up. We got to come back, like whatever. That happened in game 2, right?
No, it happened in game 1.
Game 1. So he was like, game 2, we got to come back even fucking stronger.
And look what happened. And the game wasn't even over yet. It went into overtime after that had happened. So, and you made a good point, man. And that's an extremely great point. And that applies to everyone who works and in their everyday jobs, is like, especially in the service industry, things can get hectic, and there are a lot of times where I just want to look at a server and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and sometimes I do, but I come back and I build them back up, and it's very shortly after. It's not something that's prolonged. And I think that helps them. And like you said, I mean,
a key point of being a leader is waiting for the opportune moments when somebody fails. Whenever being a leader, somebody fails isn't a time to fucking all of a sudden, why the fuck did you fail? It's like, fucking I'm gonna pick you back up and I'm gonna show you how to be stronger from this failure. And you're gonna be fucking twice the person you are because you failed. And then all of a sudden you strengthen the people around you. That's how you strengthen fucking people.
And it's tough. So, don't get me wrong. It's very tough to do that because
difficult.
People are difficult in general. But in a stage where you're in game 1 of the NBA Finals and the Cavs are about to beat the Warriors at their own house, which is very hard to do, LeBron should have. You're right. He should have picked him up.
Is it fair to say that at this point, because he's been in the spotlight for fucking so long, since LeBron was like 18, right? I think it was like since he was fucking like 18, the dude was in the fucking spotlight. It's safe to say that it's not a money thing anymore. It's not he's out there for his legacy. Do you think he's getting that image of his legacy, how he's going to be remembered, where he places next to other fucking players, that's so much what he's focused on that maybe that's, maybe like misconstrued his perception on how he should go about being a leader with teams and stuff like that?
Yeah. It's tough, but as an NBA fan, and I'll be honest, I mean, we live in Kansas City. We don't have an NBA team, so I've always said that I'm a LeBron basketball guy. Like, I don't care anything about the NBA except LeBron. Like, no matter where he goes, that's who I root for. That's who I cheer for. Minus when the Mavs beat him in 2011, because I was a big Jason Kidd fan, and Jason Kidd was a fucking pimp, dude. He's like third all time in triple doubles. The dude had over 100 triple doubles in his career. The dude was phenomenal to watch, and it was awesome to see him finally get a ring because he couldn't get it in New Jersey. But
he coached for a while, right?
Yeah, he did.
I'm not well versed on.
He coached
the
the Knicks. Yeah, he coached the Knicks for a while. The Nets. It was the Nets that he coached for a little while. But where were we going? I forget.
You were talking about LeBron. You're a LeBron guy.
Oh yeah,
You're a LeBron guy all the way.
So yeah, I mean, I watch him. That's who I like in basketball. So I mean, like the dude, I think after watching him, and then like hearing other players talk about him, because you can get on YouTube, Jesse, and you can literally just see all these other players and how they feel about LeBron and what he does for the game. And a lot of people respect him, but there are a lot of people who say he is a baby. He's manipulative. He knows how to work the refs. He knows how to do this. He knows how to do that. But
it's part of the game.
Yeah, it is part of the game, and I think LeBron's such a smart person. He's able. The reason he does that is because he's like 6'8", like 280, solid muscle. Like, the dude's fucking ripped as fuck.
Every time I see him play, and this is what I'm gonna come off that a little bit. It blows my mind. Just like, so me being a personal trainer and knowing like muscle structure, and I've studied a little bit of bodybuilding. His delts, his shoulders,
right,
are like 4 times the fucking size of other guys who are his same height. Like, his upper body is just so like, dude, he scares the fuck out of me. Like, if that dude was running towards you, like, fuck, dude.
Dude, and Joe Rogan came
Nobody
out.
else comes close.
Joe Rogan said if he were to be in MMA, he'd be a fucking badass.
Yeah,
And he said he doesn't even care if he knows how to fight or not.
Dude, his like the back of his shoulder, which tends to be a small muscle. You can look at this. His rear delt is like the size of my goddamn face. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
And that's
LeBron genetically.
He's 33, and to have genetics like that and then be a badass at basketball, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, but like, dude, you need to go and look at some earlier highlights of him playing basketball. Because if you watch him play when he's like 25 to 30, like that 5-year span, he gave it 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, like I watched a little bit of highlights the other night, and I'm like, that dude's running every single game, running, and maybe that's why he like now. He says now he knows when he needs to run and when he can walk in games because he knows when to conserve energy and save energy. But like, he was insane.
Yeah. I mean, and that shit starts dropping fucking hard too after 30. Like it's hard to be a professional athlete in anything, after 30. It takes a lot to maintain that.
But there's that 1% that can do it
from
30 to 40.
Yeah.
It's
mainly a mental. I swear to God, it's mainly a mental thing.
Yeah.
And I think he has that. And a lot of people will beef on him strictly because, they call him, all those things that you said earlier, like crybaby, knows how to manipulate all that shit. I think one thing that really resonates nicely with me is him off the court, his off-court persona. He is such a legitimate, good person, married his high school sweetheart, like family man, loves his fucking kids, does great things for the fucking community. Like, you might hate him on the court, but you cannot tell me that LeBron James off the court is not an amazing fucking human being, as opposed, like, you have all these negative things from professional athletes, especially on the fucking football side, that just, all these poor things that happen from all-star people. But LeBron James is literally the face of the NBA right now, by far. I mean, he's clearly the fucking face of the NBA. And to have him be such a good person, to be an example to kids and shit like that, man, I respect the fuck out of that. So I respect the fuck out of LeBron James just for that. Like, I'll support him.
That's why he has to go down as number 1 all time. If you go on the court, off the court, because MJ was not even close. He doesn't come close to touching LeBron when it comes to that aspect.
Well, that shouldn't be a comparison whenever you're talking about basketball.
No,
I'm just saying because he's in a position where kids are looking up to him, and just for that fact that he is such a great human being, that's big to me. Now, whenever it comes to the sport, now you have to bring in other things, and the whole LeBron James,
MJ,
Michael Jordan, fucking who is better fucking thing is such a pointless fucking debate.
It is.
It's a pointless fucking debate.
It is, but it's fun. It is fun.
Yeah, of course it's fun.
I mean, rings talk, but
this is my question: are people going to be wearing James shoes?
Yeah.
Like, in the same way that they wear Jordans? Is it some point in time, like maybe it might take like 30 years from now after retirement, like, shit for him? Because what's he have, like 3 years? Maybe 5 years left in him tops.
Yeah, 3 to 5. Well, he's 33. I say he could play till he's 40. I think he
can play till.
And I try to. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I think that he will develop his game to where he's just a pure shooter. I think that you're going to see 2 or 3 years where LeBron's just hitting threes, and he's a role player as opposed to a star player.
I think he could develop because he's so the dude can fucking do goddamn near everything. So if he spends time developing any one aspect, he can fucking do it. But
shoes wise, think about it like this: MJ was the first in NBA's eyes. I mean, everyone's compared to MJ,
yep.
Right? You have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who he leads the league in points of all time. He was a great player. NBA got big when it was MJ. I mean, we didn't grow up in the 70s, 80s. We didn't watch basketball.
He saved the sport, right?
He did, yeah. So in retrospect, or in actuality, I guess, he was the first one who was in the 90s. He was the first one to get that sponsorship because he was the biggest athlete at the time, whether it be football or baseball. He was the greatest at the time in all 3 sports. There was no other person like MJ. You didn't have a Tom Brady at the time. Maybe you had Joe Montana, but he wasn't Tom Brady at that point. I don't even think
Tom Brady even fucking comes close to how Michael Jordan
will
echo through sports talk.
Not at all. Not at all. which is weird because LeBron now has more clutch shots in playoffs than MJ, I think.
That's true.
So,
Even though that was a big debate too. Oh, LeBron's not as clutch as Michael Jordan.
and then he had 2 games this postseason.
And then
Yeah.
he passed that up.
But I think MJ just was in the right place at the right time. He was the greatest athlete at the time, and Nike needed someone, and that's why he blew up. And I think it would be hard for anyone to reach the peak that he did for Nike's level or shoe level. I don't think that LeBron will have as big as shoes as MJ, to answer your question.
I agree with you there too. I agree with you.
Motherfucking Chiefs.
Oh, we going to Chiefs now.
Oh.
Look at that shit.
I know, baby.
Look at that shit.
Motherfucking Chiefs, motherfucker. I'm going to let you start this off, Jesse. What you want to talk about, Chiefs, baby?
Patrick Mahomes. There's only one fucking thing to talk about this season. You could talk about how our defense might not fucking be there. It's going to take time to fucking develop. We're drafting that. If there is one thing to fucking talk about the Chiefs, it is this young, confident, well-versed quarterback that has come to Kansas City with the fucking need to win. This dude, there's so many things to say about Patrick Mahomes, and I know he's not established. He hasn't really done anything yet, but man, have you ever been so excited for a fucking quarterback, man?
Well, there's a reason we're so excited. It's the first time the Chiefs have drafted a first-round quarterback since 1988.
I mean, obviously, but like whenever a quarterback like comes in, obviously this is something, you know.
Okay.
It is on another level. But have you ever been as excited for a quarterback?
As a Chiefs fan, I've never been this excited as a Chiefs fan in my life.
Yeah,
Except
I'm right there with you.
2003 Chiefs, whenever we had Trent Green, Tony Gonzalez, and we had the highest octane offense in the NFL.
I think I was too young whenever Trent Green, because that was basically when I was growing up and really like enjoying Kansas City football was Trent Green.
You would have been in 8th grade whenever in 2003. You're 20. You're 20.
27.
Okay, so you would have been in 7th grade. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your football game wasn't that strong then?
Yeah. No. Not. I mean, like, not. It wasn't as strong. Like, I watched the games, but like I never, like, my dad never watched football really, so it was me just sitting down enjoying it on my own, kind of thing. Like, I never had somebody showing me the ins and the outs of football and how the inner workings worked, and you know, the coach, you know, relationship to players, and you know, who's calling plays, who's doing stuff.
Dude,
like that.
it was spectacular to watch. The 2003 Chiefs.
Yeah. So, I mean, so basically my first quarterback that I watched was Trent Green. Trent Green was really the first one for me.
And he was a great quarterback to watch, man.
Oh, I got so pumped, dude.
Great.
I still, to this day, like password, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but like passwords and like emails and stuff for me, I have 88 and so much shit because of Tony Gonzalez from those years. I wanted to be a tight end so bad because of Tony G, man. So bad.
Tony G, it was sad to watch him leave, but
and go to Atlanta. He was trying to get a ring, man. He should have he deserved.
He wasn't trying to. Okay, very true, because he did leave on Trent Green's terms, because he did play with Trent Green. So yeah, he did, and he came close. He came very close, closer than he did with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, dude, I'm pumped, dude. This is the most pumped I've ever been as a Chiefs fan in my life. Because,
so pumped.
Yeah. It's going to be phenomenal.
Literally, the way that I'm breaking it down is we could go like 6-8. Am I doing that math right?
Would be 6-9.
6-9.
Or
Sorry,
6-10.
6-10. I'm sorry. We could go. Man, that sounds shitty. We could go 6-10, and I guarantee you, all of those games are going to be exciting to watch because Patrick Mahomes is going to be in it. And you don't know what he could be fucking up. He could be throwing interceptions, but I think we're gonna see something we've never fucking we haven't seen. Like,
and we saw that last year when we played the Broncos.
No.
We as a Chiefs fan, in the past, I mean, since I've been alive, we've never seen a quarterback throw the way that he does.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I mean, you have Von Miller on your fucking ankles, and you're throwing a sidearm pass, straight bullet, 15 yards down the field, maybe even 20 because he's 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Bullet, dude, straight to the numbers.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
And
we can't. Okay, he's gonna fuck up. He's gonna fuck up.
He is.
Like, he's gonna fuck
Absolutely.
up. And you know how much beef that guy's gonna get because all of a sudden there's so many people and stupid motherfuckers, by the way, who are so pumped they're gonna think this is the era. He's gonna have he might have like 3 back-to-back, 3 games in a fucking row where he just fucking, he's not on fucking point. Interception. He could throw an interception in 3 games, like 3 games in a row, and fucking blow some shit. Even more than that.
It wouldn't be any different than Alex Smith going 0 for 7 last year in game-winning drives.
Yeah.
Because, granted, we were in the game, but when it came down to it,
I'd rather see. So you're tired of watching the quarterback just get sacked or throw a fucking screen pass and
Right.
like stupid shit, turnover on fucking downs,
Granted,
fucking bullshit.
Alex Smith had the best QBR last year, but
He
still.
played safe. He played safe.
Well,
I liked Alex Smith. I know how you feel about Alex Smith.
No,
I think I
but
liked
our
him a little bit
listeners
more.
don't.
Yeah. You think our listeners don't like Alex Smith?
I mean, the Redskins fans are about to find out how they're not going to win a Super Bowl for the next. I mean, what kind of contract did Alex Smith sign with the Redskins? It was like 5 or 6 years, or 4 years. I think it was 4 years. They're going to find out the next 4 years what it's like to have Alex Smith as quarterback.
I just want to see him beat the Cowboys.
Who?
The Redskins.
Oh, I could care less, man.
You can care less. I kind of wanted to just see him beat the Cowboys.
It is exciting to see Alex Smith play with another team
because we're gonna watch those games.
Yeah,
we're totally gonna watch those games. Now, whether or not you're watching them because you want to see him fail, or you're watching just because you want to see how he fucking does, or you want to see him succeed.
I never wanted to see Alex Smith fail. I just knew what kind of quarterback we had and what his ceiling was, and his ceiling was never reaching the Super Bowl with the Chiefs.
Honestly, I think I'm kind of on the page with you right now. I think his ceiling was his last season with the Kansas City Chiefs because he was fighting for a job. Like you're gonna see him do that kind of shit. New team. I don't know. You never know. And it's a different coaching staff too. Might push him in a different direction. Might spark some shit that
because
he didn't have in Kansas City.
When he was with San Francisco, he had like 7 different offensive coordinators in like 7 years or something crazy like that. So he knows that game, man. Alex Smith is a veteran quarterback.
So you think he's so set in his ways and pretty much is what you're going to get?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say he's set in his ways because, look, man, last year he threw the ball. He threw the most long balls in the NFL.
So you get a winning record. You get winning record seasons, though.
Yeah, he is
but no Super Bowl.
He's a mini version of Peyton Manning regular season quarterback. He's able to win regular season. He's going to get you those wins. He's going to put the people in the stands because it's fun to watch. I mean, no one wants to go to a home game and lose. Alex Smith's that person who's going to most likely 9 out of 10 times give you that home win, which is going to draw 70,000 people. It's going to put money in the owner's pocket. But when it comes to playoff time, I've been to the last 2 playoff Chiefs games at home, and it was not fun to watch. Alex Smith was garbage against the Steelers. He was shitty against the Titans after Kelsey got hurt. I mean, there's no other words to explain.
I want to say, from the amount of people that I talked to at work and stuff about the whole deal with transitioning from Alex Smith to Patrick Mahomes, I want to say it had to have been at least 25% of the people that I talked to were upset that we traded Alex Smith. That Alex Smith didn't fucking... I don't know what they were fucking thinking that we just pay him for like 1 more year or some shit. Like I don't know what they were thinking.
If we paid him for that year, it was $18 million.
But they were like, I don't know why we don't get Alex Smith for at least 1 more year to have him sit, and Patrick Mahomes, sit and learn from Alex Smith, all this shit. Like that did not make fucking any sense to me. Just from a payroll fucking standard, from fucking, even like we know what we get with fucking you want another average fucking season? You want another average season? You ready to start fucking, let's get this guy and let's get him some fucking reps. Get him some fucking reps. He doesn't know what he's doing yet. He's higher risk for injury because he's so young, because he doesn't know what he's doing. He needs to sit back behind Alex Smith for another season. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. I heard all that shit from like 25% of fucking people.
And that 25% probably has not seen, I mean, of that 25%, I would say probably 25% of that, of the 25%, 100% of that 25% has probably never watched Patrick Mahomes college highlights.
No, probably not. Which
Dude.
he had no defense at fucking A&M, dude.
None.
Those games are ridiculous.
How many?
That's beyond Madden fucking numbers. Those fucking games.
How many hours did you watch of Mahomes college highlights? Is it even an hour? Be honest.
No, it's not even an hour. It's not even an hour.
I've watched probably 2 to 3 hours of college highlights of Patrick Mahomes, dude. He's fun to watch. He's completely fun to watch. He's the complete package.
He's mobile, fucking, strong fucking arm, dude. Strong ass fucking arm. Great fucking eyes. I think he's a great leader. I like the way that even him in like interviews, just the way that he.
You've watched a lot of them.
Not like a whole bunch. The most recent one that I watched was the Good Morning Football one that came out. What was that, like 3 days ago? He was on Good Morning Football, and I know I wish I could remember the name. The guy from Good Morning Football. Oh, it's gonna piss me off, but he's a huge Patrick Mahomes fan, and I really like him on Good Morning Football. But Patty getting fucking. I'm gonna just start calling him Patty now. Getting fucking interviewed, and they're talking about like Chiefs Dynasty on there, which I think is way too fucking far in advance.
Way too early, yeah.
Way too fucking early. But just the way that Patty was fucking answering those questions, he seemed so confident.
He's cool. He's collective.
Like,
he's the package, man. He's the total package.
Just he's not worried. He's like, I know what I'm doing. Like I just like the confidence. I like the confidence. I like the swagger. You could even say that, man. And I know he has yet to prove himself. I know he has yet to fucking prove himself.
One thing he isn't. He's not proven, and that's the biggest thing in the NFL.
But he's gonna. It's more so. How does he handle a fucking horrible loss? How does he handle a game where he fucking just fucks so much shit up? How does he play the next game after that? That's really what I want to see.
The first time he ever played in Texas A&M, the first snap, it was freshman or sophomore year, I can't remember. And the first thing he does, he comes in the game, he throws a great pass. Second play, interception. Next series comes out, throws a touchdown. Boom. Like that's how he has a short memory, and that's what you need in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the first time he was in, and the coordinator believed him. That's college. You have to. And then look at what he did after that. I mean, the dude threw up 70 points in one game.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, the numbers are fucking stupid.
The hype is real, man. I mean, Deshaun Watson, right? That's who everyone wanted us to get. And look at what he did with the Texans last year. Was it Deshaun Watson? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him and Deshaun, right? And look what he did with the Texans. He was fucking on fire. He had 19 touchdowns. Then he tore his ACL. It's like, fuck, dude. I hope that doesn't happen to Patty.
Yeah.
Because that'd be shitty. Then we're looking at fucking Tyler Bray.
Yeah.
Hello, Tyler.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that. As far as, like, if he got an injury, like, who the fuck do we go to after that?
Right.
Like, it gets real. But you have to. I mean, this was something, just the freeing up space of salary cap. Everything fucking made sense. I mean, weird. I legitimately think 2021 Super Bowl championship and another World Series win for Kansas City.
It's going to
happen. Same year.
There's going to be
2021.
There'll be an NFL championship soon with Patrick. He has it in his blood, dude. It's in his blood. His dad played 7 seasons in MLB.
Mm.
I mean, this guy's. Money.
I hope he's handling the pressure well. Obviously, he has his camera persona and stuff like that, and I know he's dedicated to the game, and he's not some Johnny Football that's fucking out
blowing
there
coke at Vegas,
blowing fucking coke. This is what he wants to do. He
has the
win.
drive, man. And that's the thing. That's the most important thing, man. If I'm that athletically gifted, like at that point, I think I'm doing everything and anything I can do to make sure that my legacy is cemented in history, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine, and I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is going to do this, but imagine winning like 8 or 9 Super Bowls in your career. Like, you cement yourself in history. Be beyond the best. Like Tom Brady, he's cemented.
I was about to say, that's not even Tom Brady hasn't even done that.
I know, but fuck it, dude. That's what I'm saying. If I was that athletic, if I was that talented, like, I would want to be that good. I don't even think that that's physically possible to win 9 Super Bowls. But what I'm saying is, if I had that talent, I would want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what would be on my mind.
Why not aspire to that?
Right. So
we just want to see one though in Kansas City.
Sure, for sure. But if the Chiefs turn into the fucking Patriots, I would be completely okay with it.
Oh, fuck yeah,
and
dude.
The rest of the NFL would probably be broken because Kansas City is a small market team and no one would want to see that. But you know what I say to that? Suck my ass, man.
And has a small market team ever won fucking back-to-back fucking shit? Like even within a 5-year fucking period, like multiple fucking Super Bowls from a small market team. It's probably gonna show up in Major League Baseball.
I would say the Steelers are.
Steelers are not small market fucking team, dude.
They're not, but they are.
Steelers are not small market.
No, they're just sexy. They're sexy to ESPN.
You can't sell me on that the Steelers are a small market
They're
team.
not New York. They're not New Jersey. They're not LA. You know what I'm saying? I guess they would be like third or fourth. They're not.
But they're a Steelers fan. Okay, they're Patriots fans. Fucking any city you go. Clearly, there's a Patriots fan somewhere in the city that you go. There's always going to be a fucking Green Bay fan anywhere that you fucking go. Do you consider Green Bay a small market team?
In essence, technically it is a small market team. They live in a city where the stadium is surrounded by a small city. You know, like.
Is that what defines that? Because there are fucking Green Bay fans fucking everywhere. Like.
Well, you can't define how many fans there are. I mean, you know how many Chiefs fans there are? There's a shit ton of Chiefs fans.
That's bringing in revenue, though, right? Like, I would have, like, Green Bay fans come in all the time. Like, Green Bay fucking... I ran a fucking Green Bay fucking Visa card.
Right.
So, literally this weekend. Like, I remember seeing that shit. I was like, oh, this guy fucking, you know.
So Chiefs could... Technically, is what you're saying. Chiefs could turn into a big market team.
But if we were to go like somewhere else, like really outside of Kansas City, you think you go to fucking anywhere on the East Coast, you think you see like some random ass Chiefs fan just fucking running around like how we see fucking Steelers fans,
It happens.
Patriots fans, fucking Green Bay fans.
Oh, yeah.
Because those are the three for me that I see out here.
I remember going to Cali a few times and seeing a few Chiefs shirts. Not very many, but I did see it a few times. Or you're in airports and you see it, but they could be from Kansas City. But
I just feel like I see those three a lot. And I don't know where the definition of small market goes. I'm just going from what I've visually seen as far as a fan base, I guess in my area, that surprises me. Like, why the fuck are you, a Steelers fan and you've, like you're never been to Pittsburgh before. Like,
Well,
how does that fucking happen?
that's a good point. I think they were a small market team until they won as many championships as they did. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Same with the Patriots. Patriots were bullshit. I mean, they had Drew Bledsoe. They were a shitty team. Nothing was really going on. Patriots sucked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking Tom Brady comes along, and now they're a fucking obviously not a small market team anymore. Tom Brady's the reason they're not
Literally
a small
the
market
best
team.
the best fucking football, like, coaching staff to quarterback fucking, like, duo. If you want to talk to Bill Belichick, fucking
No,
Tom
fuck Bill
Brady,
Belichick. Bill Belichick's a piece of shit. He was at the Browns. He did nothing. He was with Baltimore, I think. Or no, he was at the Browns. He did nothing. He went to the Patriots. He has Tom Brady.
You could say fuck them all you want. They're going down in infamy, though.
Well,
those two.
The only reason Belichick is because of Tom Brady.
Okay.
And I don't. Maybe maybe Belichick.
So now you could have that whole discussion. Could Tom Brady fucking do what he did without fucking Bill Belichick?
100%. He could. 100% because it's all I mean
It's all fucking speculation.
That's very true. It is.
Is that just good timing? That might just be good. How much more does Tom Brady have in him, man?
Well, I think the Super Bowl last year gives you a little sneak peek into how much time he truly has left, and I would have to estimate maybe 2 to 3 more years. 2 to 3 more years. I mean, if he even plays that long, he may retire after this year. If not this year, it has to be the following year because I don't think they even make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Everybody in the American League wants to see fucking Tom Brady go.
The AFC.
Yeah.
I don't think that anymore because they're beatable. They're definitely beatable now. I mean, Tom Brady, like you said, man, age eventually wears on you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like LeBron. Like, he's that 1% where he's still able to play at a high level. But eventually and last year it showed you it's going to happen. Like, he's going to be beatable. It's just going to happen. I mean, Vinny Testaverde, he was...
Who beat him in week 1 last season?
Chiefs.
I'm pretty
baby.
sure. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, Chiefs. Just kidding. I did
Yeah.
not forget about that.
So, fuck
was
all this
huge.
Patty Mahomes talk. Patty, we love you, dog. We love you, but Tyreek, boy. Tyreek, he's the funnest, most electric player in the NFL to watch.
I have my best sports memory with Tyreek Hill. Being at that cold-ass fucking Raiders game with you. Like, oh, fuck, like, middle of fucking, like, January? So, like, early fucking January? No, that can't be right. No, it had been before.
That was your
whatever it
first
was.
Chiefs game, right?
No, that was
No?
my second Chiefs game.
Okay.
No, that was my first Chiefs game.
It was your first
That
Chiefs
was
game.
my fucking
Yeah.
first Chiefs game.
Was it
at
a
the
Sunday night or a
stadium.
Monday night?
It was a Monday night.
Yeah.
It was a Monday night. And, dude, I've never felt so much energy and just hearing them, like, chant, Tyreek, Tyreek, and him to return that 78-yard fucking punt return for a fucking touchdown. Like, that just, like, electric, especially just against fucking the Raiders. Which, this is partially off topic. I was at a house party this previous weekend, and I saw somebody wearing a Khalil Mack jersey. 52 for the Raiders. And I asked this person, I was like, what's it like being a Raiders fan in Kansas City? And she was like, it kind of fucking sucks. It kind of fucking sucks. But we had this mutual hate for Denver, so we ended up having a conversation. But I gave some respect. I was like, I respect the fact
Don't say that.
that you can represent your fucking team in such a hostile fucking environment. Because I was like, I'm going to be honest, I fucking hate the Raiders. I hate the Raiders. And I honestly, and this is kind of where our conversation went, is how the tide has kind of shifted towards, I feel like Denver is much more of a rival than the Raiders are now. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking hate the Raiders, but I think I fucking hate the Broncos more than I fucking hate the Raiders. I really do. Which one do you hate more?
You're right. The tide shifted. Peyton Manning left a bad taste in our mouth. So
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking hate the Broncos. And that team's going to be shit. All them fucking talking about, fucking Gruden's going to solve that. Gruden's going to solve all those fucking problems.
He's gonna eat a lot of ass this year, dude. He's gonna eat some straight
They're-
fucking fat ass, stinky motherfucking ass.
I hear Chiefs fans talk about how we need to look out for the Raiders this season. Like, are you kidding me? Gruden. Okay, what did Gruden had coming into the Buccaneers? First of all, he inherited every fucking player on that goddamn team. He inherited that fucking great
Yep.
team that won him that fucking Super Bowl. You can't. He would have stuck with that fucking job. By the way, if he was some winning fucking coach, you don't think he would have stuck with that fucking job? You can.
When he went to the Raiders, he traded for Rich Gannon, and Rich Gannon was a fucking badass backup Chiefs quarterback that no one ever gave a shot to.
That Gruden. That whole. I don't know who the fuck's hopping on that fucking.
Yeah, and to be honest, I can't really even stand John Gruden, especially when he's decent commentator, but like
His hair is horrible.
yeah. Fuck that dude.
Fuck that dude, especially now he's fucking head coach of the Raiders. Fuck Gruden's grinders.
Yeah.
Gruden's grinders.
That's it. Gruden, you can't fucking grind on this Arrowhead, boy.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen this season. I'll tell you that right now.
Tyreek Hill though, the most explosive player, hands down.
Fuck yeah.
Hands down. I mean, and is he a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL? I don't know. Because the playoff
Wait,
game,
who did you say?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Tyreek Hill.
Because he had a few drops in the playoffs against Tennessee, and people were holding that over his head. But I was very adamant during the whole season because he had such a great season, and even the year before that, his rookie year. I mean, phenomenal, right? And I'm just like, he's ready. He's ready to be prime time. Which during prime time, he's there.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the like I said, he's exciting to watch. When he's on the field, you know something's going to happen. The way he makes fucking players look slow as shit because he's that fast. I think he's ready to be a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. And I think he was close last year. I really do.
You worried about his vertical at all?
No. The dude made some phenomenal catches.
Because I understand that's not his style of, that's not what he's not a Julio Jones to where, he's beating you on the fucking vertical. Like, yeah, you might be right there with me, but my vertical's going to fucking, I'm going to get to the fucking ball.
He still has a decent vertical, though.
Yeah.
He proved it, man.
And I understand that's only one facet. That's only one facet of the fucking position.
Antonio Brown, he's like 6'2", 6'3". He's not that tall for a wide receiver.
I didn't say Antonio Brown.
No, I know that.
I said Julio Jones.
I know
was
that.
talking
But
Julio Jones.
Julio, I know that. But
but who would you rather take, honestly? Would you rather take Julio Jones or a Tyreek Hill?
right now,
You're talking about speed, or are you talking about somebody that has better vertical, maybe better hands? Obviously, Julio Jones clearly has better hands than Tyreek Hill.
at this stage in both careers, Julio Jones has been in the league longer. Tyreek, he's going on year 3 or 4.
I know that's rough to fucking put them up.
But I know
it might be a shit question.
No, it's not a shit question. I would take Tyreek all day, dude. He's had the most 50-yard touchdown catches in one season, I'm pretty sure, in NFL history last year. I mean, the dude is rock solid.
And I guess you would never have Julio Jones fucking punt return too.
No, not a chance.
So yeah, that's another facet of it, I guess. But no, it's an exciting offense. I mean, you got to worry about the defense though with the Chiefs.
You do. It's a very big question mark. Getting rid of Marcus Peters, which is one of the most controversial things in my opinion in what we did this offseason, because we really didn't gain much, right?
I mean, like, not shit.
Yeah, not shit for the greatest cornerback in football.
I mean, but not.
There's no question. He's the best corner in football. You can talk about tackling all you want, but you literally get on YouTube right now, watch a video, watch him fucking tackle some bitches, and he fucking tackles.
You saying best in football?
Best corner in football, hands down.
I think that's debatable.
That's not debatable. Who has the most turnovers? Who has the most interceptions since
But
Marcus?
obviously, but okay.
What do you measure it on? What do you measure it on when you're a cornerback in the NFL?
Okay, he's
Passes deflected,
mhm.
interceptions, forced fumbles.
Interceptions he fucking kills. Interceptions he fucking kills on. The dude fucking reads so much shit. Obviously, and this, if you listen to any local sports station, we all know that he had a little bit of outside, off the field fucking issues, which was Peter's fucking problem.
So did Terrell Owens. What happened this year? He's in the Hall of Fame,
He didn't even show up to that shit.
right? But you're trying to tell me you're going to get rid of someone who's in the Hall of Fame, someone that can help you win a championship, and you're going to give him away for nothing. Bare bones, say, I'm shipping you out, fuck you, just because.
And that was like a fuck you.
Okay, he's 24 years old, 25, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're 27, correct?
Yeah.
What were you like at 25?
Stupid as fuck.
Exactly. And what are you like now? You're a tad bit more.
Well, okay, I'd say like 23, I was stupid as fuck. At 25, I was a lot more mature, and at 27, I'm a lot more mature still than when I was 25.
So why not give him 2 more years?
Okay, I can appreciate that, but I think so much.
Jesse, he was due like $2 million this year.
I think it had something to do with the fan base too, man. The fan base was fucking that. There was no way that defense was better off without fucking Marcus Peters. There is no way. There is no way that you trading him for honestly anything. Like really, there is no way that defense, game time, like play by play was going to be better. Outside of the shit of him like walking off the field, it had to have been something within the coaching staff that was so. He created this negative fucking atmosphere about him toward the coaching staff and the fucking owners and fucking all that put him off. Like that.
That's like okay. So in essence, like in restaurant talk, that's like you getting fired. Basically, you're getting fired and you're going to another restaurant. Is what happened to Marcus Peters, because we got nothing for him.
And goddamn it, he went to a good restaurant.
Yeah, he did. He went to a fucking. He went to. Fuck. I mean,
probably it could be the restaurant.
Like Houston's or fucking Jack Stack or who knows, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to have been to that point where he was like smoking weed in the parking lot. No, I'm talking restaurant terms. I'm not saying he actually did this, but like he was smoking weed while a table walked in, and he walked in and the table's like, "Where have you been? It's been like 10 minutes. I don't have any drinks." And he's like, "Fuck you," basically. Is what had to have happened, because. If I'm the owner of the Chiefs, I don't let my pride get to me, because I want the best players on the field.
How do you know it wasn't negatively affecting the players too?
I think the locker room had to have been half and half at least, and at that point, it's manageable.
Like, you still think it's manageable?
It has to be. I mean, at some point, whenever he's creating the turnovers and everyone in the stadium's going crazy and he runs it back for a touchdown, that makes it worth it. His play speaks for itself, man.
I know it's rough. I would like to think that they made, which I'm upset about it, but I would like to think that something underlining that's not so blatant to us as far as just fans, that there was some positive that we can't fucking see, maybe an intangible with that whole fucking thing. I'm trying to bring a positive out of it.
And I don't think
what about Kendall Fuller?
I mean, and to be honest, I need to watch more tape on him. I mean, he was the best slot corner in the NFL last year as a rookie. But I think Marcus Peters in his career has 21 turnovers, including playoffs, in like 5 years. Where are we going to make up for that?
Yeah, no.
Is it Patty? Is it Patty Mahomes throwing more touchdowns? Because if he has more turnovers than he does touchdowns, or if he has more turnovers than Alex Smith does, and we're not able to turn the ball over, or we're not able to create turnovers because Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
Where do you find that fine balance?
Yeah. No, I understand where you're coming from. I understand. LA is gonna be a fucking beast.
And we play them in Mexico City this year. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's prime time too.
I haven't even looked up the schedule.
We have this year again. We have 5 primetime games. Only 1 at home though. We have 5 primetime games again this year.
Do you know which one we have at home?
I hope it's not a Thursday night game, but we'd have to look it up. But to answer your question, though, defensively, minus Marcus Peters, we gain Eric Berry back, right?
Mm-hmm.
that's obviously a plus because Eric Berry's a leader. But how strong does he come back? He's getting up there in age.
This dude, okay, so this is the thing with age with Eric Berry, man. Like, you look at a guy who went down to the ground, went out of the game because of a pain in his chest. Went and saw a doctor, got an X-ray because they were confused about where he was getting his pain from, and he had a tumor. Dude had a tumor in his chest, and they were talking about operating on him, and it was cancerous. And hey, you have cancer, you have this tumor in your fucking chest. He was like, well, am I going to be able to play next week? Was his response to the doctors. I don't know if you've ever looked this up.
That's hardcore.
That was Eric Berry. He was like, well, am I going to be able to play? Not again. He was like, am I going to be able to play next week? Like, when am I, how quickly can I get back out onto the field? He was like, cancer? Fuck that. I'm going to kill that. I love Eric Berry, dude. Eric Berry you talk about overcoming some shit. You talk about work ethic. Age with him, obviously age always comes into a fucking factor. That's why we got rid of fucking Derek Johnson. But
he's beyond age, man. He's fucking abuelo way.
Yeah. But Eric Berry, man, that dude, his mentally where he is at, and his leadership and everything,
it's
man,
everything,
dude. Eric Berry, as far as if you were to talk about somebody who's been on the team for a long time, who, like, if I could say is my favorite player, man, I would almost have to say Eric Berry is, just from the shit, the kind of person he is, the kind of work ethic that he puts in, the amazing player that he is,
I
kind
remember
of defense he fucking puts up, man.
I don't know if you remember, man, but the year we drafted him, and I'm sorry, I don't remember which year, but it was either him or Earl Thomas, because we were going defense that year. I think it was Scott Pioli, or it was either Carl Peterson. I'm pretty sure it was Scott Pioli. But we went defense first round, and I think our picks were in the 20s. And we had a chance to get, I think it was the year the Seahawks won the championship, and they had like the last pick, and we chose Eric Berry over Earl Thomas. And everyone in the NFL was just like, oh, who's the best safety in football, like, to draft out of college? And we went Eric Berry over Earl Thomas. And in the first few seasons, that's what it was. It's like, who was the better safety, Eric Berry or Earl Thomas? And they both have had their injuries. They both have been out, here and there and shit. But I think Eric Berry was the better choice, man.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he came out of Tennessee. He's fun to watch. I mean, what was it, 2 years ago, that Atlanta game where he had an interception return for a touchdown, and then there was 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Atlanta scores a touchdown. They're down by 1. They go for a 2-point conversion. Or no, they go down. It was tied, and if they would have been up by 3 or something like that. Shit. Sorry, I'm a little intoxicated. But they go for 2 points, so they can be up by a field goal or something like that. And Matt Ryan throws an interception to Eric Berry in the end zone, and he runs it back for a touchdown, bro.
I fucking remember that, dude.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
On a 2-point conversion.
That is Madden shit, dude.
Yeah.
Madden shit. That's Eric Berry, dude, at his finest. The dude's a motherfucking savage.
What? Yeah, that's, man. I really do. I should have bought a Berry jersey, man. I should have bought.
No, Tyreek Hill's completely fine, man. I'm in 100% agreement with your
that was my
jersey
first jersey
purchase.
I ever bought. Just from that one, moment that I had, at that Raiders game. But as far as off the field, I mean, to come back from that kind of shit, tumor in your chest, fucking, I'm gonna come back, and it's not. Has it affected him? He's still fucking great, man. Eric Berry's a fucking man.
Well,
love for Eric Berry.
We didn't have a first-round pick this year, but we do have a second-round pick. It looks like Breland Speaks from Ole Miss. Or Breland Speaks, sorry. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't watched a lot of film on this guy, but I've heard some good things. So we still have Justin Houston. We still have D Ford. So if he's playing defensive end,
man, D Ford's been a bit of a disappointment though.
But he has had his games though. He's shown signs, but he's small. He is quick to the ball. He's quick off the snap, but he has his issues. He's hit or miss. So maybe Breland Speaks will put a fire under his ass, make him play a little bit better. We'd have to watch some tape on him, which we probably should sometime.
Yeah, no, we need to for sure, because I haven't kept up with this draft.
Yeah, well,
obviously because everything is so Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, for
fucking
sure.
Centered, man. I mean, that's that is the make or break. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is. I mean, they chips all in on Patty.
For sure, because I mean, if you don't get the best quarterback rating like Alex Smith had this year, it's obviously going to be different. but the defense will be different as well. I mean, with having Eric Berry back, granted, we have Fuller and now Peters is gone. But, I mean, and now Derek Johnson's gone. He was older, so, I mean, he's your captain of the defense at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone, and now you have Ragland, who proved himself, you know?
Jeremy.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see him play full-time and see what happens. We have to get pressure on the defense, the defensive line, because we lacked that a lot last year.
Yeah, we did.
And we got ran all over second half of the season.
You got to be able to stop the run.
Yeah.
You got to be able to fucking stop the run.
Yeah.
That's key. That's fucking key. There's a lot of shit. This next season, like I said, we could go fucking 6-10, and it's still gonna be an exciting season. And I don't even feel bad about it. I won't feel bad about it with this team of development. It's gonna be the 2020, 21. That's when I think that's gonna be our fucking window. Which I don't know contracts right now as far as offensive Kelsey, and I know we got Tyreek Hill for a while longer. I don't know when Kelsey's contract is up.
Tyreek's contract, I think the rookie contract is 4 years. So he would be. This is year 3 or 4. So his contract's coming up. And Tyreek's going to get paid big money.
Oh yeah,
he's going to get paid big, especially if he has another good year this year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is going to get over $100 million contract. I mean, and then Kareem, this is his sophomore year. So depending on how he does this year, if he has another good season and then followed by another good season, he's a running back. He's going to want money too.
Yep.
So, and we have Spencer Ware back this year though too. He played zilch last year.
Dude, I completely forgot.
Yeah, Spencer Ware's back, dude.
Did he get injured in the preseason?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking forgot
That's
about
how Kareem
Spencer
got the
Ware,
chance, dude.
Man.
Dude, we are
But
stacked.
Kareem Hunt, we were blessed at the fact that Kareem Hunt fucking ended up, where he was.
He had what? He led the NFL in rushing with it was a low 1,300 yards, 1,382, I think, rushing. He had a first grade half.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was solid. Yeah, for sure, after losing Spencer Ware. Will we ever have another Jamal Charles, though?
No.
Yeah.
Jamal's like a Tyreek Hill, but a running back.
Yeah, that never comes around.
Chiefs get lucky with players like that, man.
I know we do, and it never comes first round, except for Patrick Mahomes.
That's right. Well, when it's quarterback, it's different.
Oh yeah, for sure different. Since we've never really drafted quarterback first round, so you want to talk any baseball?
If we do, man, we got like a short period of time.
Oh man, yeah, we're up. Fuck, man, that flew by.
That's it, man.
Oh man, we could honestly, if we have 6 minutes, we could sum up the Royal season in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll start this off. The biggest thing with the Royals was losing Giordano. Losing Giordano in that car accident was the biggest factor in what happened in 2016. I guess after the 2015 World Series and on, I think is the most, the biggest factor as far as, players being affected and stuff like that. But the rebuild, which isn't even, I don't even know if you call it necessarily.
I mean, it's a full rebuild, yeah.
It's a rebuild, but I'm curious to see who goes. Real big disappointment's been Danny Duffy, man. I've been a huge Danny Duffy fan. I love that guy. But to see him where he's at and still not really find his place, because we bounced him around a lot from starter back to bullpen, back down to AAA. You really hoped that he came through this season, and he's not doing that. So the Royals are just I really hope through like draft picks and building, hopefully in the next 3 years we're competitive again. So
and that's the Royals' MO right now. It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just David Glass went from $160 million payroll to right back down to like 90 to 80 million.
Yeah,
he's not. David Glass is not in the business of spending money, which last year he was, but
he was making money then.
Yeah, so
I hope Ned Yost sticks around.
He will.
I hope Dayton Moore fucking sticks around. I think they will. Ned Yost can't have that much more in him. I think he's got one more go around. Really,
one more year.
Yeah, well, not like one more year, but like one more group of guys. One more group of guys. One more real fucking shot at a postseason, going deep. shot at a World Series. So
Oh, and it's going to be interesting to see who the players are because it's going to be hard to love another group of players like we loved the first time.
I know, man.
And it's always different, so it doesn't have to be the same. But I hope Salvi's a part of it, and I hope Salvi gets another ring. And the best thing about Salvi getting a ring is he is instant Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah,
Instant Hall of Fame already. He's cemented his legacy.
oh yeah, for sure.
So
dude.
I'm excited about that because he's probably the next Royals Hall of Famer is going to be Salvador Perez.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he was MVP, like World Series MVP. I mean, yeah, just the literally should go to the Hall of Fame if he did nothing else after the 2014 wild card game against the A's. If not hitting that ball down the third baseline, didn't get him into the fucking Hall of Fame, dude.
Just show that play.
Just show that fucking play, man. That's all you fucking need.
That's the most iconic play in Royals history.
Oh, by far. Even though we didn't win, even though we didn't win a World Series, but I
when I die, I'm going back to that time in my life because I was with you when it happened,
Yeah.
and I shared that moment with you in my life.
I remember that so clearly. Like we were down, and I was giving up faith, dude. I was
Mhm.
giving up faith. I was like, well, this is what the Royals do. You said fuck no, and you had that A's shirt. You had that A shirt, and you went out back.
We paused it. We had Uverse at the time.
Yeah,
we
that's
paused
right.
that shit, boy.
Paused it and went out back, and literally Paul lit this A's fucking shirt on fire,
Yeah,
burned
damn
it,
right.
and I kid you not, after he fucking did that, started fucking coming back. Like beautiful. Oh man, the best sports game, the best game in sports I have ever watched was the 2014 wild card game.
It was a good game, but the next season when we won the World Series, that Astros game when we were down 3-1 in the best series of 5, or we were down 2-1 in the best of 5 because that's the second round, right? No, they're all 7 games. So we were down.
No, they're not. They're not all 7 games.
Yeah, they are. They're all 7 games. So we were down 3-1 against Houston, and I'm pretty sure they are. Pretty sure.
They were a
Because
5-game series.
No, because
they were a 5-game series after in the first.
no,
maybe
they're
not.
they're 7 games because we were 7-0 going into the World Series against the Giants.
Which was set the record.
Yeah.
For win streak in the
Yeah,
postseason.
Exactly. So you'd have to go.
No, so it'd be 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. So we were down 2-1 against Houston, and then when we came back in that game, we were down 5 runs, and they had the era at shortstop. Because I remember that's when we first moved into the duplex that you live in right now. That game was going on, and Carrie Ann just like, we're losing, it's over, at the Royals, and I'm just like, just chill, like I did to you that one time. I'm like, chill, it's not over, like give it time, and we came back and we won, man.
Royals postseason is way different than Chiefs postseason.
Oh yeah,
Don't give up faith on that baseball team. That baseball team
No.
comes through. Like, this is what's great about what we got to watch, as opposed to the 1985 World Series when the Cardinals should have won that game. Where and I can't remember the exact where we were as far as record end, but something had happened to where we clearly got away with some shit and ended up winning that game and then coming back and winning the whole World Series. Like, I don't know if you remember the details on that. But yeah, like this one, the 2014 World Series run to lose in Game 7, I kid you not, there was no keeping the Royals from, it doesn't matter what team we would have played in 2015. We were winning that fucking World Series. That team was fucking coming back.
we handled the Mets like the Warriors handled the Cavaliers
Oh,
this year.
Jesus, it was fucking, and I mean they had did they have Bartolo Colon? Was he
Yeah.
pitching for them?
Yep.
So they had Bartolo Colon. They had Noah Syndergaard, right?
No.
No, not what's his fucking name? The long-haired fucking dude.
Oh yeah, it was Noah Syndergaard. No,
No, not. I'm fucking up his name now.
Thor.
Yeah, the Thor guy. Anyway,
Yeah.
I can't even think of his fucking name. And then that wasn't even their ace. Like, their pitching was fucking on point. There was no.
I almost want to kind of go back and watch all 4 games.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Or was it 5 games? It was 5.
We beat him in 5
Yeah.
because we won in New York.
Yeah.
So it had to have been in 5.
See, we revert from a shitty team to when we won the World Series, which
Yeah.
is probably what all Royals fans would do on a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, how many teams go back to back though? I mean, we get to
Well, San Francisco won 3
every
out of
other
6
game.
years. Yeah.
Fuck the Giants.
Yeah.
Fuck Joe Buck.
Yeah. Fuck Joe Buck.
Fuck you, Joe Buck.
He didn't count as a celebrity, does he? Because I retract my
Oh,
statement
shit.
last week's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man, you got good memory.
God, dude, he is. If I had to choose, man, fuck.
To
be in solitary confinement.
I'm sorry, that was a week ago. Who did you say? Who did you say you're gonna fight?
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
So take that shit back.
If I had to choose solitary confinement for 15 years or have a conversation with Joe Buck for 30 hours, I would probably choose solitary confinement for 15 years. Just kidding. I probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
but
15
it would
years.
be tempting.
That's aggressive. But we don't like you, Joe Buck. You're in
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Fuck nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Madison Bumgarner. No, I don't. Man, he's. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even want to get into that. We're still better. We won the next year. That's fine. I don't even think they're doing. I'm pretty sure they're fucking. They're not doing shit this year either.
Mm-mm.
So. Yeah. How do you want to end this one off? This is a sports one. How do we end off a sports one?
I don't know.
Say
I
like.
think it's all you, man.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. And Patty's gonna be fucking throwing goddamn nuclear missiles as fucking passes next season, and I'm gonna end it off with a little chant y'all like to hear. Oh, oh. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Press the little bell. Ding, 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 ding. So whenever you wake up in the morning and you look at your notifications on YouTube, you see Talk Junkies.
Talk Junkies.
Sweet peanut butter on your mouth, stuck between your gums and your teeth.
Ooh.
Got your tongue going.
That's gross, ball. Just end it.
I hate when my tongue does that, though, man.
Just fucking end it.
Talk
Jesus.
Junkies out.